In what is a Chamber of Commerce weather day here in Logansport, Indiana. We thank you for joining us for our continued coverage of the Greater Lafayette World Series for 2024 here on the ISC Sports Network, the 7th year of playing this event. This is a 15U pool play game. This is the debut contest for each of these two teams. The Mount Zion Braves against last year's 14U champions here in Lafayette, that being the Saginaw Golds. My name is Greg Rakestraw. Thank you so much for joining us. The Mount Zion Braves will be up to bat first. Saginaw Golds, and dealing on the mound for Saginaw is Ryan Pittman. He gets the start in this game. And temperatures here are in the mid-70s, a dramatic difference from the weather we have had for the better part of the last couple of weeks. Forecast is outstanding all weekend long. Great day for baseball, and hopefully you're enjoying the tournament here in the Greater Lafayette area at multiple sites across Tippecanoe County and other extended high school campuses as well. This will be our primary base of operations. We'll have some games from other places. For example, we're showing a single camera feed from Loeb Stadium in downtown, but this is where the championship games will take place on Sunday afternoon, and you will hear announcers on games, 4 games each day, today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday here on the ISC Sports Network. Keegan Durbin is leading things off. He is the starting shortstop of the Mount Zion Braves. We're playing on a 2-hour time limit. The game that played in front of us finished in a tie. You can have that in pool play. They actually moved at such a pace. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Durbin is retired, and there's one away. You can have ties in pool play. They actually did play an extra inning. They played 8 and still finished early. So our game, starting about 5 or 6 minutes early as well, nobody's going to complain about that. It's Ethan Collier now, left-hander at the plate. Ethan is the starting second baseman in today's contest. We'll get lineups as we go along in today's game. In our third of 4 telecasts we'll have for you. Each of the last 2 games have been in the 15U division. This one popped up and past the dugout down the third base line. All turf facility. This is 10 years of having turf at this great ballpark at Logansport High School. Next pitch misses inside. 320 down the left field line. Same with the right field line. 354 in the power alleys and 372 to straightaway center field. And a 5-pitch walk drawn by Collier. So 1 on and 1 out. Kellen Bolhorst now, the center fielder, will step to the plate. And at this age group, you see a lot more aggression on the base paths. Certainly saw that in the game prior to this one. Wind is blowing in from the north. Could be 2. Won't be any. Shortstop was thinking about turning 2 and didn't get one. 5-hole through the shortstop of Schmidt for the Golds, and an error puts runners on first and second. That was tailor-made for one right there. So now Evan Howley, who is the third baseman for the Mount Zion Braves. Bell tied for a strike. 3 umpire crew for this game. And again, there are sites and locations all across the Lafayette area. This one misses a bit high. Various schools and sites included Benton Central High School. Players get to stare at the windmills playing at Benton Central. Clinton Prairie Central Catholic. Harrison, in historic Loeb Stadium in downtown Lafayette. Here at Logansport. McCutcheon, Rossville, West Lafayette, and Twin Lakes. All serving as host sites for the action. This one smacked into center field for a base hit. Runner will get the wave around from third. Now he stops, and wisely so, because the center fielder for the Golds has pretty good arm. It's Owen Dominowski that flew that one into the catcher, and Sean Barta That is a clean base hit. First base hit of the 3 runners aboard for Mount Zion. First game for each of these 2 teams here in the tournament. And there were a handful of games yesterday. Today, tomorrow, and maybe early Saturday, you'll have some pool play games. You'll start to get in your placements and your various brackets, the championship bracket known as the Platinum bracket. Just above the belt. This is the starting pitcher for the visitors in Mount Zion. This is Will Marley. Swing and a miss. The count goes to 2-1. Saginaw kids had a great experience winning the 14U age group here last year. Like 3 of the 4 age bracket champs were from outside of the state of Indiana a year ago. And talking with their coaching staff, they were just glowing about how well run this tournament is. The caliber of fields they get to play on. They said they had played an event in Pennsylvania earlier this summer. Strike called. So 2 down. So second, backwards K. Here's Braden Maxey, who was the left fielder. So a pivotal potential moment here early in this game. Bases loaded, but 2 down. Swing and a miss. Count at 1-1. Bo Butts awaits on deck if it gets to him. Foul ball. And Pittman 1 pitch away from getting out of the jam here in the top half of the first inning. 7-inning game. We do have run rules in effect if it gets to that point. 2-hour time limit. Swing and a miss. The catcher wanted that target high. Not sure that that pitch was as high as he was intending it to be, but it worked just the same. And so a walk, an error, a base hit. Worked around 3 strikeouts by Pittman and no runs scored. We'll have the Golds coming to bat when we come back to Logansport on the ISC Sports Network.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
James Politis, the left fielder, will lead things off for the Saginaw Golds. And my name is Greg Rakestraw. Thanks for joining us on the ISC Sports Network. This is the 7th edition of the Greater Lafayette World Series, and we are thrilled to be a part of it for a 7th time on ISC. Even played back in the COVID summer of 2020. We've had cameras at locations like the original Loeb Stadium, the current Loeb Stadium, Central Catholic, McCutcheon, Harrison, and Logansport has been our home base the last couple of years. Thanks to the Director of Athletics and Brian Strong for always being so gracious to our cameras and crews, and we are here. If you are watching from outside of the Lafayette or your state of Indiana area, Logansport's about 25-30 minutes north of Lafayette. It is the farthest north site that we play at. Logansport hosts a lot of state tournament events in basketball. The famous Berry Bowl is about 500 feet to our left. One of the truly great Indiana high school gymnasiums. So we tend to come this direction a lot during the course of February and March on ISC. So here's Marley on the mound. Slings that one a bit high. And Politis is the left fielder. There are too many 15U teams to count in this event. Ground ball, great job to stab that one by the pitcher in Marley. Has time to walk that one to the first baseman. Bo Butts was there to make the grab. Politis is retired 1-3, and there's one down. In terms of some of the teams that have already played a game in the tournament, the Monticello Indians, that's basically Twin Lakes High School. There's a ton of Indy Titans teams, the Indy Titans 15U Smith. Jags Elite, Indiana Braves, Hennessy, On Deck 2027. On Deck is a local Lafayette-based team. They have all won their solo game played. The On Deck Black team has actually played twice, has won one and tied one so far. Off speed, drifts across the outside corner. Quentin Lawrence, the first baseman, is at the plate for Saginaw. Same location. Primarily off speed so far for the starting hurler and Will Marley. Counting out 1-2. Popped him up. A little more carry to it than I thought. Center fielder kind of thinking the same way, but it stayed up in the air long enough where Kellen Bolhorst can drift back and make that landing. And that's with the wind blowing in. It is a northerly breeze today with a cold front that went through last night. And there's now 2 away. So Owen Dominowski, center fielder at the plate. Swing and a miss. Good job to pull the string that time by Marley. Our previous game here ended in a 3-3 tie. That was also in the 15U division. That was the Colts and Rhinos. This tailing off the end of the bat. Second baseman snags the flare, and Saginaw is retired in order in the bottom half of the first inning. Scoreless here in Logansport, this 15U opening game for these two teams. We're back in a moment on the ISC Sports Network.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness.
122.60 for Penn. What a swim. Six of them.
I want to thank our ISC Sports Network staff doing today's game. Thanks to Matthew B. Stein, Vince Morales. John Natale had our first 2 games of the day. I'll take you home for the finale following this one. There will be a 7:45 game. We'll have the full coverage of this game and the one preceding it. And there are 4 different age brackets that are taking part in this Greater Lafayette World Series. 14U, 15U, 16U, 17U. And we conveniently put the age groups in front of these teams. Just to remind you, this is the 15U age division. Most of these young men will be sophomores in high school, and it starts a couple of weeks from now. You'll have some teams that will bat 10 or 11 batters. This Mount Zion club is batting 9. They will send 7, 8, and 9. First baseman Bo Butts watches a pair of strikes go by, a bit shy of belt high, and quickly finds himself in an 0-2 predicament. 1-2 the count. Bo Butts, Aiden Bruce, Henry Toth. A trio of players due up for the Mount Zion Braves. Foul tip into the mitt, and all 4 putouts so far, recorded by the Braves, have been of the strikeout variety. Here's one away. So next up is Aiden Bruce. High and in tight on that one. Count at 1-0. Count at 2-0. Mount Zion Braves, Mount Zion, Illinois. Just at the top of the belt. Count at 2-1. Little liner could be trouble. Shortstop, can you make the throw from deep short? Not in time. Again, at the 16-17 age group, maybe the shortstop can make that play. But again, as these young men are getting into high school and aging up the ladder, there's certain plays at the 14-15 you just aren't going to make. So an infield single for Aiden Bruce. One on and one out. Quick toss back. Mount Zion, Illinois, just southeast of Decatur, Illinois. And Illinois has always been very well represented since we went to this format a handful of years ago. The Yard Goats program here on a regular basis. The Central State Spikes. There's teams representing Wisconsin in this event this year. That's relatively new. But normally we'll see a handful of Michigan teams, such as the Saginaw Gold. A lot of Illinois teams. An occasional Kentucky or Ohio team that plays in this event. Count at 1-1. Henry Toth, the right fielder, at the plate. Community of Mount Zion, Illinois. Population 6,019 in the last census. That is a 3-hour drive. No, it's not. See, you think Google's tracking you properly. It's not. Google is tracking me to somewhere in downtown Indianapolis. I'm not in downtown Indianapolis right now. Still a 3-hour drive after I updated the location. Ball sails high. And the count now 3-2. Top of the lineup rolls back through, and Keegan Durbin, after Toth's at bat is done. Strike. So again, all outs have been strikeouts, and 3 of the 5 have been of the backwards K variety. And there's 2 down. So Durbin, who was caught looking his last time up, will step back to the plate. Quick toss back. By the way, our next game in terms of here at Logansport will be a 14U bracket game. That part of the tournament is just getting started. A little low, 2-0. We'll see the BG Tomahawks against the Valparaiso Thunder. Sprayed foul. Runner goes. Throw down. Runner beats the throw. Beat the second baseman getting there as well. First stolen base we have seen in today's game. 4 base runners over 2 innings so far here for Mount Zion. Saginaw was 3 up, 3 down in the home half of the first inning. That's when bashes off the shed behind us. That's the indoor hitting and training facility for the Logansport baseball team. It takes a beating in these games. Count it 2-2. Good stay alive swing by Durbin. They may need to replenish a supply of baseballs when given the opportunity. Ball 4. So Durbin works a walk. Second walk issued. And 11 batters faced by Pittman. And Mount Zion finding a way to get runners on the base paths. Loaded them up last inning. Now runners at first and second. Collier worked a walk his last time up. He'll step to the plate. A little low. 1-0 the count. By the way, the 14U championship game is the last game of the day on Sunday here at Logansport. It's a 7 o'clock start. Shortstop will go the long way to first. He'll get him, and the inning is over. First out recorded in the field by the Saginaw Golds. They'll come to bat in the home half of the second. When we come back, we are scoreless in Logansport, and you're watching on ISC.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
These are two of the 30 teams in the 15U age bracket here in the Greater Lafayette World Series. We'll show you as many games as we can here at Logansport over these next 4 days. All of the bracket championship games will take place here. These two teams are shooting to be in the top 8 after their 3 guaranteed games of pool play before getting into tournament action, as this one is sprayed foul. Placement games begin on Saturday for each of these teams. So 4, 5, and 6. This is Sean Barta that is at the plate. Starting catcher. It's been primarily fastballs from Pittman for Saginaw. It's been mostly off-speed for Marley so far. It was effective in inning number 1, made quick work of the top 3 hitters. This one, smack to center field, base hit. So first base runner, first base knock for the defending 14U champs. And now Gavin Schmidt will come on. Courtesy runner will be sent over for Bart. It's Dominowski who made the last out. 10 players in the lineup today for the Golds. No available subs listed, so they'll take the last player that made the last out to go run at first base and let Barta get the gear on. That is both to conserve energy for pitcher and catcher. That is also knowing you're trying to speed things along when you're playing a time limit game. Swing and a miss. Here's Schmidt, starting shortstop. Runner goes. Throw high, throw down, not in time. And again, you're going to see a lot of stolen bases, especially the 14U, 15U level. Count it 1-1. Foul ball. Showed bunt trying to move the runner over. Our previous game, finishes a 3-3 tie. We referenced 30 teams that are playing in the 15U group. There are 24 teams that are playing in the 16U group. And there are 12 teams in the 17U group. On the count of 2-2. Popped him up. Second baseman has a beat on it. High sky, no problem. There's one away. Second pop-up that the second baseman and Collier has fielded so far. Runner in scoring position, but one away. Now it is L.J. Hartman III will step to the plate. He is the second baseman for the Golds. Runner goes for third. Throw down is a good one, but skips past the glove. Runner will stop at third. Left fielder was doing his job. I think they're going to ask, was there interference on the third baseman in holding the runner down at third base? Or was be able to completely pop out of the bag. Third baseman whiffed in terms of Hawley trying to get the ball. Third base coach is asking, hey, is that interference because he held him down? You may not see it all that well here. But again, you see just enough contact to slow him down. And I think that's probably the right call. Was there some contact there? Yeah. Was it blatant enough to call interference? Probably not. And again, such is the joy of this event. We've got 3 umpires, and it means there's somebody pretty close to that bag able to make that call. Infield plays in. This one lifted foul. It'll get down into the bullpen area down the first base line. Both bullpens are out of play. And there is not a lot of room in foul territory once you get past the dugouts. Fences quickly kind of start to jut in towards the field of play here. This one slips out of the hand on the off-speed pitch. No advance. Third base and you with the bag. Shortstop, second, and first all kind of playing a medium depth here. Curveball misses, 2-2 the count. Great job by the catcher to block that one. And Hartman hasn't worked a walk yet because that's now 3-2. These young men from Saginaw, 4.5-hour trip here to Northwest Indiana. Swing and a miss. First strikeout recorded by Marley. And there's 2 down. And that's lifted into foul territory. This is an extra hitter. Matthew Miller at the plate. Ball gets away from the catcher. Runner's going to try. Play at the plate, not in time. And Saginaw jumps out to a 1-0 lead. So a single, 2 stolen bases, and a wild pitch equal the first run of the game for the defending 14U champs. So base is clear now for Miller. Off the end of the bat, foul ball. Little high, 2-2. That'll drop harmlessly in front of the Mount Zion Braves dugout. 2-2. Missed it high, full count. Popped up. That'll clear the fence and fall just to the right of us. Ball 4. So Miller becomes the first batter walked by the starting pitcher in Marley. And so the inning continues for the pitcher in Ryan Pittman. Ground ball. That'll get through between the shortstop and third baseman. Base knock. So third runner of the inning, second base hit of the inning. Carter Haremski, the right fielder, now will come to the plate. Again, courtesy runner will come in for the pitcher in Pittman. It's Hartman who made the last out for the Saginaw Golds. Current temperature in Logansport, 73 degrees. Absolute Chamber of Commerce weather. Ball got away from the catcher, can't spot it. Free 90 feet for both runners going out to second and third base. Second wild pitch of the inning. Ground ball. Second baseman's got it lined up. Takes his time. Good hustle by Haremski, but they dropped the ball. First baseman dropped the ball. Should have been the end of the inning instead. 2 runs, come around to score on the error. And it's a 3-run cushion for the Saginaw Golds. Well, a 2-run scoring error. Andrew Schufelt now to the plate. He is the 10th and final hitter. Runner was leaning, but wasn't far enough away for that to create a problem. Runner goes, foul ball. That one winged the catcher. So our home plate umpire will walk this one out to the pitcher to give catcher a little time. Catcher for Mount Zion is Ryder Hilton. He's actually not in the batting lineup. Talk to the catcher to make sure he's all right. Toss back. Not exactly getting a far enough lead where that's much of an issue there. Marley taking a moment to get recalibrated. Runner goes. Throw down. And got him. Tag applied in time to get the runner at second base, and the inning is over. But 7 batters come to the plate, and 3 come around to score. 3-0, second of goals lead after 2 as you're watching the Greater Lafayette World Series on ISC.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness.
122-6-0 for Penn. What a swim. 6 of them.
Back in Logansport on the ISC Sports Network, our third game of 4 that we're broadcasting today. We've also got action taking place at Loeb Stadium. Loeb, the home of the Lafayette Aviators, Lafayette Jeff High School. State tournament games, Lafayette Post 11, American Legion plays their games there too. One of the many sites as part of this Greater Lafayette World Series. Bringing a lot of teams from all across, really the Midwest, to come play in this event. 3, 4, and 5. And for a strike here is Bolhorst. Reached on an error by the shortstop his last time up. 5 base runners so far for the Braves. Just one of those, make it 2 of those have been base hits. Curveball, and that will be base hit number 3. And for the first time, the leadoff batter's aboard for Mount Zion. Here's Evan Howley. Howley got a base hit last time through. Pittman staked to a lead for the first time here in the tournament. It's in for a strike, ball going away from the catcher. Heads up play by the base runner, and kind of was in between, am I going to stand him up or am I going to dive? And it's kind of flopped on the bag. Thankfully, he's okay. But a passed ball puts a runner in scoring position, and Mount Zion now has had that in all 3 innings so far. High hopping ground ball. Third baseman handles that one perfectly. Runner will still try to advance and will do so, but again, there's third baseman what he's supposed to do. Caught the ball, looked runner at second, threw it to first base. Runner at second decided he would give it a try and did so successfully. That's well done all around. It's a 5-3 in the putout. Bolhorst now in scoring position. And with a 3-run lead, infield will stay back other than the third baseman. Here's Marley. Just off the plate. Marley struck out looking his last time up. That one misses as well. 2-0 the count. In this game, approximately at about the 40-minute mark. Did he go? I think he did. No need to ask. Home plate umpire says he did. 2-1 the count. Sprayed foul. We'll do it again at 2-2. Full count. Braden Maxey awaits on deck. Swing and a miss. Took just a little off of that one. Fooled the opposing pitcher. Strikeout number 6. And 14 batters faced. And an important second out. Here's Maxey, who struck out last time as well. Waves at that one. It was a high fastball that got him on strike number 3 his last time up. That same location giving him fits here, and let's see if Pittman goes right back to it. Contact made, center fielder racing in. He'll make the play. That's Dominowski. And once again, a man at third stuck there for Mount Zion. Golds lead 3-0 through 2.5. It's the opener for both teams, the Greater Lafayette World Series. We're back in a moment on ISC.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
So Schufelt, who was at the plate when Haremski was thrown out trying to steal second base, he'll restart the order here, so you only get to say this in summer travel baseball. 10-1-2 to up this time through for the defending 14U champs back at Jim Turner Field here on the campus of Logansport High School. The Logansport Berries. The bat restarts for Schufelt, the third baseman. Count at 1-0. Lazy pop up that'll hit right atop us in the press box. Count level of the ball and a strike. Outfield shading slightly to pull for the last man on the lineup. 12-6 breaking ball right there, just fell into the strike zone. And the count now at 1-2. Could be a problem here. Shortstop charges. Can he get there in time? No. Even if that throw is on the dirt, I think that's an infield hit. So Schufelt legs one out. Second inning in a row in which the leadoff man is aboard for the Saginaw Golds. And obviously, you will hear a lot of kind of teaching moments at this level. You hear that from the dugout base saying, hey, to the third baseman, hey, go get that. It's an easier play for you than it is for the shortstop to make that play. Popped up. Park will hold it. Catcher has it. Job by Ryder Hilton to make that play, and there's one down. So Lawrence, fly ball to center his previous time up. No advance. That ball just got a few inches away from the catcher. And the ball tailing out of the zone, 2-0 the count. Runner goes. Throw down on a line. Not in time. Just got the feet under the tag on the stolen base. Did Schufelt. Third stolen base for the team from Saginaw. Count it 2-1. Ground ball. Tell you what, first base coach is getting a good workout over there. He's had a couple of threes sent his way so far. And that'll level the count at 2-2. Good decision to swing that time. That too close to kind of let that go by. Potential strike three. Just fights that one off down the third base line. Does the first baseman for Saginaw Golds. Ground ball will move the runner. Second baseman, a bobble, and won't have time to make the play at first. And he knew he had to hustle because you had a lefty that was flying down the line. Collier just had that ball just kind of handcuff him for a moment. A potential chance for a big inning here for the Golds. Here's Dominowski, popped up to second, his previous plate appearance. Scored the run in Barta's position as a courtesy runner puts the bunt down. Potential squeeze play. Runner was going to second, but he'll turn around on the foul ball. And the count at 0-1. Runner goes, and ball was in the dirt, so no throw. Lawrence gets the free bag. Now first baseman drifts in. So let's see if second baseman and short follow. They're going to stay relatively back to hold the runner at second base. This one sent foul. The count at 1-2. Curveball misses. 2-2 the count. So Saginaw retired relatively easily in the bottom half of the first. They have been active on the base paths ever since. That has been the consistent miss so far from Marley. Has been low and we would say in the dirt in the rubber pellets here in this all-turf facility. Second baseman playing in, throws it over to first, and now they got runners caught between second and third, but shortstop didn't get back to the bag, so Lawrence able to go about 60 feet back to second base without penalty, and there's two down. So now the infield can play at their normal depth with two down. Barta, who smoked a single his last time up, then would be pulled for the courtesy runner as the catcher. Off speed in for a strike. He's trying to stray within three here in the bottom half of the third. What is slated to be a 7-inning game. Caught by the shortstop. Barta hit it on a rope, but hit an atom ball to the shortstop. That's Durbin that makes the play, and a 0 goes on the board. Runner stranded at second and third. Through three in this 15U game, the Golds lead at 3-0 on the ISC Sports Network.
Wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness. 122.60 for Penn.
What a swim! Six of them.
So 7, 8, and 9 do up this time through for the Mount Zion Braves. Pitching change here for Saginaw Golds. Pittman had been their pitcher, but he exits. Matthew Miller now we'll get the ball next for the Saginaw Golds. Pittman goes 3 solid innings, gives up 3 hits, did strand 6 runners, struck out 6 of the 15 batters he faced. So Miller will get a couple of additional warm-up pitches here. He'll face batters 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup. Butts, Bruce, and Toth for the Mount Zion Braves. Butts a strikeout victim his last time through. Bruce is single and a stolen base, and Toth was a strikeout victim too. Of course, there's different kind of pitching strategies you use in terms of number of pitches you're going to throw, innings you're going to throw, trying to save arms for later in the tournament. Curveball spins in for a strike. Go from righty to righty, but delivery a little bit different, but this one belted up the middle. Dyer by the shortstop, even if the shortstop gets it. I don't think he has a play at first base. Leadoff man is aboard for a second straight inning. There's been a base hit in every inning so far for the Braves. Here's Bruce. Seven base runners now for Mount Zion. Count it 1-0. Top of the zone for a strike. 1-1 the count. That clip him, yep. Hit by a pitch. So the tying run now will come to the plate. And Henry Toth. This is the second trip through the lineup for the visitors from Illinois. First time that the Braves have gotten runners 1 and 2 on to start an inning. Little high. And Toth, the right fielder. Shortstop Keegan Durbin awaits on deck. Curveball misses. 2-0. Outfield straight away for the number 9 man. Right fielder playing a bit more shallow, which is the norm at this level. That curveball in for a strike. Toth was kind of buckling out a little bit that time. This one lashed into right field for a base hit. Right fielder picks it up cleanly. They will hold the runner at third. But nobody out to want to force the issue. So bases loaded for a second time in this game. But this time it happens with nobody out. Durbin worked to walk his last time through. That would be a perfectly good result for the Braves here. A little more oomph on that one from Miller, but misses the zone. 1-0 the count. Curveball dialed in a beauty. 1-1 the count. Also in for a strike. Count at 1-2. Lifts this one foul. That way infield in all the way across the diamond. So if they're thinking about turning 2 here, they will do so home to first if given the opportunity. A little high. Left that one up. Got it 2-2. There is little activity in the bullpen for the Braves. Again high, and count full of 3-2. Luke Karunas starting to loosen if needed. Mount Zion focused on their opportunity at the plate right now. Didn't threaten the zone there, ball 4. So first 4 batters have reached. And for the first time, the Braves on the board. They now trail 3-1. So Miller yet to retire and out. Infield alignment remains the same. Collier, a ground ball to shortstop his last time up. And time is going to be called. And everybody will get together and talk about this one. Meeting a rather brief one. No need for a home plate umpire to break that one up. Curveball sprayed foul. Count at 1-1. Bullpen activity has now ceased for the Mount Zion Braves. Ground ball, first baseman comes home, gets him there, throw back, not in time. But lead runner is retired, first out of the inning. A rare 3-2 putout, and there's one down. Golds will not change their defensive alignment much. Second baseman will drop a little further back here. Everybody else stays up for Bullhorst, who singled his last time up. Skies this one. Right fielder coming in, calling off the second baseman, and basically made that play, as you can see, a few steps away from what we'd say the dirt, but again, more of the painted turf here. Third baseman, a runner at third base, they never thought about moving. And that's an important second out. So here's Hawley. Curveball of beauty. Talley watches that go below his hands for a strike. Having a ground ball to third his last time up. A single the time before that. He's 1 for 2. Just the top of the zone, 0-2 the count. It's been a bit of a big zone, but it's been consistent, and frankly, when we're playing to a time limit, I like it. 0-2 the count. And this one out of play. Just missed. Good pitch. Count at 1-2. Time is called, and this is just to make sure that Miller and Barta are on the same page. Making sure signs and game plan are aligned. Didn't miss that by much. Found that one straight back. And Howley. The pitcher in Marley awaits on deck. Getting runners in the base paths has not been a problem for Mount Zion. It's getting them over that's been the issue. 2-2. Miller and Barta, again, were on a different page there in terms of location. Barta had slid to his right for an outside pitch and obviously hung it inside on the offering by the second thrower of the game for Saginaw. This one smoked, but foul. Swing and a miss. Well, after allowing the first 4 runners to reach, only one comes around to score. Saginaw will take a 3-1 lead to the bottom half of the 4th inning at the Greater Lafayette World Series on the ISC Sports Network.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
New pitcher here for Mount Zion, Luke Karunas, who we saw warming in the top of the 4th inning. He'll get the nod. Will Marley goes the first 3 innings of play. I'm sure we'll see some defensive changes that go along with that. We'll try to get those to any potential player changes as well. 2 players that were listed as substitutes in the game for Mount Zion. Karunas now has entered the game. The other player is Jack Osborne. For Saginaw, Schmidt, Hartman, and Miller. All do up this time through. Saginaw looking to build on what is now a 3-1 lead in this opening game of the tournament for each of these 2 teams. Fastball a little low. Good downward trajectory on that. Schmidt a pop up to the second baseman. His only previous plate appearance. This one lasered to center. Center fielder might have made that a bit more difficult than he needed to. But Bullhorst is there and picks it off his shoelaces, and there's one away. Here's Hartman. Struck out his last time through. Ducks under that one. Hartman, the second baseman. Golds are retired in order back in the 1st. They sent 6 to the plate then in the second and 5 more last time up. We're about the hour 5 mark of this one now. And it misses inside as the next offering. And the count 3-0. You would think the take sign is going to be given here. And that bunt is the universal sign for the take sign, and not close. So he works a walk. And we have seen Saginaw be aggressive on the base paths here. Good lead over at first base. Going nowhere just yet. Fastball tails inside and misses. Miller walked and scored his last time through. Now the runner goes, and catcher Hilton trying to kind of hustle to hop to his feet and work his way around the right-handed batter. Never securely snagged the ball, so a free stolen base for Hartman. Runner in scoring position. Miller taken all the way. Count now 2-1. Ground ball will move the runner. Catapult hop second baseman makes a good play. Still gets the out at first base, but a productive out. Runner now moves 90 more feet, but there's 2 down. That was the first real kind of turf bounce that we have seen. You don't get as many as those as you would on the old AstroTurf, which was more or less painted concrete. A little more give usually in these newer turfs that you've seen. True hop to the second baseman. Over to first, that's it, and that's all. So runner stranded at third for a second consecutive inning for Saginaw. To the top of the 5th we go. Golds lead at 3-1 as you're watching the Greater Lafayette World Series on ISC.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness. 122.60 for Penn.
What a swim! 6 of them.
Look just past the tree line here. Logansport High School. This is kind of the southeast end of the property. Football stadium is down the hill in that direction. Basketball is just to our left. The famous Berry Bowl. And for any of the fans that are watching this feed that are here for the tournament, as long as it's not breaking and entering, I would try to go over and take a look at the Berry Bowl. And you're here at Logansport these next few days because, again, that screams Indiana high school basketball. One of the great Indiana gymnasiums. Marley at the plate. Turns on this one. Left fielder seems to have a beat on it. He does. And Wynn helped knock that one down. That traveled as far as any ball we've seen so far, and that one really got Marley off the hands. He didn't really square it up. It's a well struck, long first out of the inning. So here's Maxey. Second verse, same as the first. Shortstop backing up. Center fielder didn't need to make a play. And he is out. There was the hand gesture from the third base umpire kind of caused a moment of concern, but no, he caught that, and then it was on the transfer of taking the ball out of the glove that it was deemed to be a drop, so that is an out. 2 pitches, 2 down. Here's Butts. Scored the lone run so far for Mount Zion. Single to lead off the last inning. Ground ball. Third baseman's got it. Toss over to first, and Lawrence picks it. And the top of the 5th lasts 4 pitches. All of them outs. First time that the Braves been retired in order, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Ozzie Osbourne, I think, may have played that entire inning. 3-1, Golds lead it on ISC. The drive, the take, fouled, and it goes!
Lobbing it to the back of the end zone. They're going to say it's a touchdown.
Left foot gets through. Goal for Vargas. Hamilton will score!
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here.
9, 10, and 1 to up this time through. For Karunas, this is his second inning of work. 3 in the second for the Saginaw Golds, 1 on the top of the 4th for the Mount Zion Braves. That is all the scoring so far in this one. Have 4 games for you here tomorrow. Walt Ferber will have all the action tomorrow. Rob Brown and Chris Walker get together on Saturday, and John Natale and Chris Walker will take you home on Sunday. And all the bracket championship games take place here on Sunday. Off the end of the bat, third baseman couldn't knock it down. Inside out base hit for Haremski. He has now reached both plate appearances. That is his first base hit. Saginaw now has had a runner on for the last 5 innings, and it's the 3rd time they have had the leadoff man aboard. Here's Schufelt. Single on a stolen base his last time through. Puts the bunt down. Pitcher fields and just takes the out. Saginaw playing for the extra run here, with this game already being in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Successful sacrifice for Schufelt, and there's 1 down. Politis, who is 0 for 2, will step to the plate. Again, runner will move. Second baseman's got it. No problem there. And there's 2 away. Lawrence now due up next. Reached on an error by the second baseman and stole the bases last time up. In our next game that we'll have for you here on ISC from Jim Turner Field, our first 14U game of the tournament. Brown, this one lashed into left field for a base hit. Left fielder bobbled it, but no advance on the play. That's a clean single and an RBI, and an insurance run for the Saginaw Golds. They lead it now 4-1. Give Lawrence the RBI, and that is the first run batted in for Saginaw. They have scored on a wild pitch and an error. That in their first couple of runs. That's good, solid baseball. Bunt's going to run her to second. Ground ball to run her to third, and spray 1 to left. Another ground ball. Third baseman's got this one. and tosses over to first where Butts is awaiting, and the inning is over. But the lead has bumped back up to 3. We go to the top of the 6th. You're watching the Greater Lafayette World Series on ISC.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
You see the Valpo Thunder wearing the green colors of Valparaiso High School. Valparaiso, the Vikings, by the way, their high school nickname. Of course, the university, for many years, the Crusaders, now known as the Beacons. But the Valpo Thunder will play the BG Tomahawks in our final televised game of the day on ISC. 8-9-1, Bruce, and then we will see the new pitcher in Karunas bat in Toth's spot in the lineup. Bruce has reached twice. He has singled and stole a base back in the second and was hit by a pitch. Was thrown out at home on a force play on a ground ball to first his last time through the lineup. Miller on for his third inning of work. It was Pittman that got the start, exited when the game was 3-0 in favor. Saginaw Golds. Third baseman chasing, but that would have required a rocket to track that one down. Good hustle by the third baseman. Ground ball, shortstop, boots it. Throw, not in time. There was a bit of a kickoff of the mound that might have thrown the shortstop off, but one that I'm sure that Schmidt would like to have back. Leadoff man is aboard. So again, first plate appearance for Luke Karunas. Can't really afford to give up an out here. And he wasn't thinking that at all. Smacks that one to left field for a base hit. And the tying run now will come to the plate. And the leadoff man in Durbin. So how about base hits from two different number 9 hitters for the Braves today? Durbin has walked twice. And one of those generated a run. He was walked with the bases loaded in the 4th. 6 outs to score 3 runs here if you're Mount Zion. Curveball misses inside. They're going to get a courtesy runner in with Karunas being the runner at first base, let him focus on pitching. So Toth re-enters just to run here. This one just clears the backstop. 1-1 the count. Curveball lifted. Center fielder's got it. And no advance. One down. Now here's Collier. Ground ball to first his last time up with the bases loaded. Fielder's choice. Walked back in the first inning. He's been on the ground in the infield twice as the second baseman. This game at the hour 20 mark. Ground ball. First baseman. He'll just get the sure out, as you should. When the ball is A, hit that slowly, but B, when you got a 3-run lead. Just get the out. Lawrence does that. There's 2 down. Runners at second and third. Here's Bullhorst. Fly ball to center. And a single. Error to the shortstop to start this game. Miller trying to complete 3 innings of relief. Keep this as a 3-run lead. A little high. Count it 2-0. Swing and a miss. Bullhorse thought he'd see maybe a little bit of a better pitch to hit. Sends that one foul. By the way, championship game for this bracket. 3:45 on Sunday here at Logansport. Top 8 teams make the championship bracket. Count goes full. Again, Miller's got 1 base to work with. Cleanup hitter in Howley due up next. Lined, caught, and the inning is over. So leadoff pair runners get on the base paths but are stranded. And the Golds look for insurance runs when we come back to Logansport. They lead at 4-1 on ISC.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness.
122.60 for Penn. What a swim. Six of them.
Postcard type of day here in Cass County, Logansport, Indiana. Craig Rakestraw with you on the ISC Sports Network, the Greater Lafayette World Series. Barta, Schmidt, Hartman, the trio due up this time through. Barta has hit it hard twice. One for a single, which led to the opening run for the Saginaw Golds. Last time a line drive snared by the shortstop in Durban. Krunis on for his 3rd inning of work. Trying to keep this to a 3-run deficit. High hopper, shortstop, times it well. Well done. That was a play that Durban made look easier than it really was. There's 1 down. So here's Schmidt. He hit one that, and that was the ball that center fielder and Bullhorst snagged right before it got to the turf and straight away center field. Pop up to second his previous time up for Schmidt. Looking ahead for Mount Zion. They will send 4, 5, and 6 next time through. This one belted to left field for a base hit. Good diving effort by Howley, but nothing he could do there. Base hit number 6 of this game for the defending 14U bracket champs. So here's Hartman. That one lifted foul. Hartman walked and stole a base his last time through. Just missed inside. 1-1 the count to the young man wearing number 1 on his back. Great job to block that by Hilton's been really good behind home plate. Prevents an advance of 90 feet there. For Mount Zion, they will play back-to-back games tomorrow over at Benton Central. They get to experience the western edge of the facilities for the Greater Lafayette World Series. They'll play back-to-back games against the Indiana Braves and the Indy Titans Wilson team. Hartman works his second walk of the game. In fact, both walks that Karunas has given up in 12 batters faced have been Hartman. This one, left field line, gets down for a base hit. Runner had to hold at second, so he'll stop at third. But a clean base hit for Miller. Now Miller will head in to get ready for the top of the 7th. So Dominowski will come in and run for him. And now Pittman a chance to give the Golds their largest lead of the game. As far as Saginaw is concerned, they will turn on and play later tonight. They will go play at Central Catholic against the Indiana Spirit. They'll play at West Lafayette tomorrow night. They'll play the Indiana Braves Hennessy team. Guaranteed 3 games in pool play, and then it's on to your respective brackets. Potential squeeze play, gets it down, and have to wait for the second baseman to get there. Does so eventually. But with the bases loaded, the squeeze is successful, and it's 5-1. Give Pittman the RBI. And oftentimes, how do you avoid the squeeze? You just, frankly, hit the batter. You can't do that with the bases loaded. So give Pittman the RBI. 2 down. That's a foul ball. Again, if you do that with 2 down, you're trying to bunt your way on for a base hit to keep the inning going. So insurance runs in both the 5th and the 6th now for the Saginaw Golds. Last shortstop tried to play it off to the side, lets it get through, and that will allow 2 runs to score. That makes it 7-1. Now by far the widest margin of this game belongs to the Saginaw Golds. Haremski gets a pair of runs batted in. Now Schufelt had a couple of productive at-bats in the number 10 position. Runner goes in for a strike. They'll simply give Haremski second base. Now a lot of leeway for the Golds, and frankly, there's a potential exit to this game here in the bottom half of the 6th. You're a couple of runs away from run rule territory. Another great job by Hilton to stay in front of that. Time is called. And our next game is scheduled for a 5:30 start, 50 minutes from now. And for the young men from Saginaw, they will play the late game at Central Catholic tonight at 7:45. And first strike. Ball and 2 strikes. Central Catholic was the hub for this tournament back in 2020. That was the year we knew there would be no Loeb Stadium. It was being reconstructed during the COVID pandemic. Runner goes. And the runner will have to go back because trying to swing through and protect the runner that time was Schufelt. So Hremsky goes back to second base. Again, we've got a couple of out-of-state teams here. So for those of you watching out-of-state, Central Catholic is one of the small school baseball powerhouses in the state of Indiana. Ground ball. Second baseman's got it. Fires over to Butts at first, and the inning is over, but the damage most certainly done. What was a 3-run lead now becomes 6, and the Braves have 3 outs to do something about it. Back to Logansport in a moment. You're watching on ISC. The drive, the take, fouled, and it goes!
Lobbing it to the back of the end zone. They're going to say it's a touchdown.
Left foot gets through. Goal for Vargas. Hamilton will score!
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here.
Howley, Marley, and Maxine, the trio due up here for the Mount Zion Braves, trying to avoid going down in defeat in their opening game here in the Greater Lafayette World Series. Thanks to Matthew Stein and Vince Morales, our crew today. Our next game is a 14U game slated for a 5:30 first pitch. As always, times are fungible, but what we can tell you is the weather forecast just looks stellar for the next 3 days. So Miller going to be on for his 4th inning of work, trying to close this one out as the curveball misses. This is his 2nd trip through the Braves lineup. Howley singled back in the first. 0 for 2 since then. And sprays that one foul to our right. And all the action culminates on Sunday. We'll showcase all 4 age bracket championship games from this building as we did a year ago. Lifted. It'll clear the fence. As we said, they do not waste space in foul territory here. Ample space until you get to the dugouts. And once you get past the dugouts, it quickly veers back in towards the field of play. Time is called. Howley, the only hit so far the 3 batters due up this time through. That swerves in and out of the zone. And a count now at 2-2. Three and two, not done yet. Hang on. Full count. Now it's ball 4. This is the leadoff man is aboard. Fourth time in the last 5 innings, leadoff man has been aboard, and this will be a second mound visit for coach and young Mr. Miller. And you got 6 runs to work with here, but they're going to go ahead and make a change. So a pitching change will be coming up here. Let's go ahead and sneak in a quick timeout. We'll come back to talk about the new pitcher when we come back to Logansport. Gold's trying to close this one out on the ISC Sports Network.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
So new pitcher out there for the Saginaw Golds. That is Hartman that is going to be asked to get the final 3 outs of this one. So he'll face Will Marley. He began the game as the pitcher. He went the first 3 innings. When ricochets off the umpire, no advance. Marley has struck out twice and hit a fly ball to left field. He was part of that 3-out in 4-pitch effort in the top of the 5th for the Braves. Just below the knees, 2-0 the count. Outfield straight away here for the number 5 hitter. That ball not close. Another inauspicious debut for L.J. Hartman. Taken all the way, and low ball 4. So back-to-back walks here to start the top of the 7th, which is exactly what the doctor ordered for Mount Zion. Here's Maxey. Pop at the shortstop his last time through. He's 0 for 3. Fly ball to center and a strikeout. Just missed inside. Sean Barta will go out and talk to his new pitcher, who has started this game by throwing 5 straight pitches out of the zone. Missed a little high, 2-0. And frankly, there has been better contact made at the bottom end of the lineup for Mount Zion, and that's the group that is about to roll through next. Top of the zone for a strike. Count of 2-1. Outside corner, strike 2. Couldn't afford to wait on that one with a 2-strike count. Maxey was struck out on a high fastball back to end the first inning. Lifts this one, right field. Right fielder was playing shallow, so has a beat on this one. Drifting back, makes the play. Runner will tag from second to third. So Halley will move on. One down. So here's Butts. That's the lone run of the game so far for Mount Zion. Ground ball to third his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Bruce is up next. He has reached all 3 times. Runner takes second base. Again, indifference. Swing and a miss. Foul tip back into the mitt. Count it 1-2. Just below the knees. 2-2. Curveball in for a strike. And Butts knew it. And Mount Zion down to a final out. So second time that Butts has been retired as a K. First one for Hartman, the third batter he has faced. And now it's Bruce, who again has been the toughest out to get today for Saginaw. Waves at that one. This is the third different pitcher he has faced. Bruce saw Pittman for 1 at bat, saw Miller for 2, and now sees Hartman for what could be his final at bat of the game. Bruce got a base hit by a pitch and reached on an error. Ground ball to shortstop was his last time to the plate. Just below the knees. And Hartman having a tough time of keeping his hat on. I would assume the problem is too much hair, something I haven't known about for a long time. Chased. Not a letter-high fastball, but a shoulder-high fastball. And the Braves are down to a final strike. Full count. Bruce can reach, then Karunas, who has a base hit in his lone plate appearance, will step to the dish. And he will. So all 3 runners on this inning from 2 different pitchers have reached because of bases on balls. Karunas 1 for 1 with a single. He entered a pitch in the 4th through 3 innings. Charge of the last 4 runs scored by the Golds. Couldn't catch up with a fastball. Force out at any play around the diamond here for the Golds. Got the outside corner. And again, the Braves down to a final strike. This one hot past the catcher. Everybody gets a free 90 feet. Braves get one back at 7-2. So a run without benefit of a base hit so far in this inning. Count now 1-2. And now the focus will go to first base. Any ball hit in the infield here. Popped up. First baseman drifting over, and Miller went hard into that fence. That wind just pushed that ball out of his reach. I thought he was going to have a play on it too, which is why he kept going for it. I thought Park was going to hold it. It just cleared the fence. 2-strike count. 1-2 the count. Curveball misses. 2-2. Good battle here by the Braves, even down by some 5 runs. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. The Saginaw Golds, who won a championship on this field last year, have won their opening game of pool play today. Final score 7-2. Best luck to each of these 2 teams the remainder of the tournament. We'll give our crew a breather. We are slated for a 5:30 local time start in our next game between the BG Tomahawks and the Valpo Thunder. Again, that is always subject to change. But for now, goodbye from Logansport. Final score on this one, Saginaw Gold 7, Mount Zion Braves 2. Thanks for watching the Greater Lafayette World Series on ISC.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is